Hey everyone, my name is Ivan Casanova. I want to welcome you to the inaugural edition of Recruit Forward. It's a video series that we're running on Jive.com. It's an attempt for us to educate people out there on what's happening in talent acquisition, maybe get you guys to think a little bit differently about some of your strategies and how you're going about recruiting people to work at your organization. We're going to jump right in. The very first episode is called The Evolution of the Candidate Journey. Because it's a really important topic to think about how much things have changed over the past couple of years from a candidate's perspective. So you think about maybe 5, 10 years ago, everybody posted their jobs on job boards, right? And that was the way that people out on the internet would actually find opportunities to work at your company. And all these job boards had their own little niche area that maybe they were a little bit better at, but basically from a candidate experience perspective, it was all the same. You'd go to those sites, you'd share some information, it would point to you jobs that maybe were important or relevant to you. But this was pretty much the old model. Now I think everybody realizes that that model has changed. And really what's going on today is there's a lot more ways for people to actually find opportunities to work at your company. So let's talk about some of them first. Number one is Google search. Everything that ends with the word search starts on Google. Right? So whether I'm searching for a car, or searching for a house, or searching for a date, if I'm searching for a job, I'm going to go on Google and I'm going to put some words into that little search box and it's going to land me somewhere. Now, there's other things that are really important as well. Social media is huge. Social media is where we learn about what we think about ideas and what our friends think about ideas and our colleagues think about ideas. That's a great place to advertise jobs today because it gives people a feel for what your brand is really all about. Next, we have ways for organizations to allow candidates to opt into relationships with you. So maybe you want to sign up for job alerts or sign up for a talent network so I can send you emails about jobs that I have available in my company. That's a really good way to get people to come into your world as well. Here's one of my favorites, CM. It stands for content marketing. This is really important and a lot of people don't really think about it. People who are looking for a job today, they're going to make up their mind about whether or not they want to work for your company way before you ever talk to them, way before a recruiter ever talks to anybody. So, the way that you can communicate about your brand and your company and what you guys really stand for, content marketing. Have great content on your site. What's really important about this picture, though, is all these channels point to one thing. It's your career site. Your career site's the center of your recruiting action. Our friends over at Deloitte, they did this awesome research that said that 16% of all hires come from your career site. That's the #1 source of hire in the entire industry. It's also the only source of hire that's going up. Everything else is going down. The reason being, regardless of where they're starting, they're ending up on your career site. So you better make sure that your career site is awesome, reflects who you are, what you stand for, and has all the jobs that you have out there available, easy for people to find. Okay, so if we think about how it was a few years ago, how it is today, what's changed? Social networks, better make sure you got that one checked. That's where people are going to form an opinion about you and your company. Mobile, everything starts on mobile today. We take some phone out of our pocket, we try to do a Google search, we go on social networks. If you're not optimized for mobile, no one's going to be able to find you. Think about Google first. Everything starts with Google, so you better make sure that your sites are SEO optimized, people can easily find you on Google. Content overload. Yes, it's important to have great content, but it's got to be the right content, and you can't bombard people with it. It's really important that you get your content strategy right so that employers and job seekers can actually find things about this company without you having to actually talk to them, because that's where those decisions are going to get made. Together, this change is really the evolution of the new candidate journey. We break it down into 3 phases. First phase is discover, right? Make sure you have a social media platform. Make sure, even some companies, what they're doing today is they're creating unique social media channels just for their employee brand. So your name is Company X, there's jobs at Company X, and that's the Twitter handle that you're going to be advertising your jobs on. Really doing a great job on social media. The second one is SEO optimized landing pages. This is a pet peeve of mine. If I go into Google and I say, I want to be a chef at a restaurant in New York City, I better be able to find chef jobs in New York City because I've given you all the information that you needed for me to be able to find chef jobs in New York City. If you're taking me to some other site where I got to enter that information again, I'm going to be disappointed. It's a bad candidate experience. I'll probably go look somewhere else. On the site itself, Make sure that search is awesome. People love to search for things. We are a searching generation. Google's trained us how to put stuff into that little search bar and know that stuff's going to pop up that makes sense and is relevant for us. Check out the search on your own career site. I bet it doesn't work the way that Google works, because it's supposed to work that way, because it's called search. Make sure that everything looks awesome as well. Employee brand is about taking what your company stands for and extending it across every single touch point that a candidate interacts with you, no matter where it is. On an email, on social media, on Facebook, on YouTube, on your site, everything has to look the same and reflect your employee brand. Okay, step 2 in the new candidate journey, right, is all about nurturing. People are programmed to just share a little bit of information at a time. So maybe I give you my email address when I come to your career site this time, and you start sending me some stuff, and it's good. It's jobs that I care about and places that I want to work. I'm more likely to click on that job and go into your site and apply for that job because you've done the right thing by me. You've sent me stuff that I care about. Nurturing has been ingrained in a whole generation of users' minds, right? This is how we get closer to purchase, because that's really the key. We're thinking about treating job seekers as consumers who we're trying to sell our jobs to, and we want to be enticed. We want to be nurtured to go apply for those jobs. Email marketing campaigns, programmatic email marketing campaigns. We're filled with people sending us information. You got to stay on top of those people. So if they register on your site, they give you your email address, you better make sure to send them emails every once in a while, because you never know when they're going to have that moment when their boss has pissed them off and they're ready to apply for a job. So you got to keep at it. Email marketing is all about staying with it. So nurturing candidates is hugely important. Last but not least, but really, really important, is the whole motion of the application process. You ask job seekers the piece of the job process that they hate, it's applying for jobs. It's too long, it doesn't work on my mobile device, I'm in some weird branded system that asks me weird questions. Short and sweet. Make sure it works on mobile. That's the way to get people to apply for jobs. You've done all this other work to get them to apply, make sure you don't lose anybody, okay? So mobile apply is really, really important. All right, so that is Recruit Forward, the evolution of the candidate journey. I want to leave you with one takeaway, though, from this episode, right? And this is the one that's going to make you come back to the next episode, because that's really what it's all about, right? Is if you think about the old model for the way people recruited employees into their organizations, it was job boards. And the problem there is that it was incrementally more expensive to get more and more people into your network, right? Investments in candidate experience is what we're talking about. Making your search awesome, making your brand awesome, making sure that you show up on Google, making sure there's really simple ways for job seekers to opt into a relationship with you, all pointing to an amazing, well-branded, mobile responsive career site. Those types of investments drive down the cost of applicants. The less it costs you to get applicants, the more applicants you get, the more people you're going to hire, the better quality you're going to get, and the more jobs that are going to get filled faster. That is the essence of what we're going to try to do here on Recruit Forward, and I hope that you come back to all of these episodes on Jog.com. So, for today's episode, thanks for showing up. I'll see everybody later. Bye.